sweet angels. Welcome back to another episode of the Leveled Up Living podcast. Today, we're diving deep beyond the surface into one of the most fascinating aspects of the human body, or at least in my opinion, which is the subconscious mind. We're going to explore what the subconscious mind actually is, how it quietly but powerfully influences our daily lives, and how tapping into its potential can truly help you manifest the life of your dreams. This episode is all about empowering you with the knowledge and tools to start shaping your reality from the inside out. Okay, imagine your mind is like an iceberg. What we're aware of on the surface, the conscious mind, is only a small part of the whole picture. The conscious mind is only responsible for 5% of brain activity, the tip of the iceberg. And beneath the surface, much larger and more powerful, lies our subconscious mind, which is responsible for 95% of brain activity. Think of the movie The Titanic. Everyone thought there was just an itty bitty iceberg to pass by, but they could only see what was above the water. Nobody realized how much bigger the iceberg was beneath the surface. And this is exactly like the subconscious mind. Our subconscious stores all kinds of beliefs, memories, patterns, and reactions. It's the part of the brain that's learned automatic behaviors like breathing, blinking, or even things like biting your nails or playing with your hair out of nervousness on autopilot, meaning that it doesn't actually require us to consciously think before doing. Like imagine having to consciously think about making your heart beat so that it can pump your blood to all the other organs in your body and keep you alive. We literally would not be able to get anything done. The subconscious mind protects you by learning from all of your experiences, making associations, and forming your belief system to keep you safe and avoid negative feelings. A huge part of this is keeping you in your comfort zone. The subconscious mind memorizes your comfort zones and works to keep you in them. It can actually make you feel uncomfortable when you try to do something new or different. And this is why, when we talk about wanting to change our lives, we cannot just address what's on the surface. We have to dive way, way, way deeper into what's driving us at this unseen level. So, you might be wondering, why does all of this matter? How does the subconscious affect the reality we experience day to day? Well, this might be news to some of you, but our thoughts and beliefs literally shape our reality. What we repeatedly think and believe gets stored in our subconscious mind and starts to act like a filter. What you think about, you bring about. So, in other words, the things you deeply believe about yourself or your life, whether those are positive or negative, will determine the actions you take, the relationships you form, and even the opportunities you see. These beliefs could have been formed as a child without you even knowing it. Research indicates that the period between ages 1 and 7 is a critical window for brain development, with a significant focus on the formation of neural connections. These neural connections particularly impact the subconscious mind, as children are constantly absorbing information and experiences from their surroundings and in their environment, which begins the shaping of their belief system and behaviors for later on in life. This is often referred to as the critical period for early brain development. I mean, In the first few years of life, more than 1 million new neural connections are formed every second. How freaking wild is that? Research shows that 95% of our thoughts and actions each day are driven by the subconscious mind, and we don't even consciously know it. Like, what? It's like we're living out the same patterns on repeat, but often we aren't realizing it at all. This is why, if you truly and wholeheartedly want to make a change, you have to go beyond just thinking different consciously. You've got to put in the work to change those deeper limiting beliefs. So here's where things get really exciting. Our brains have this amazing ability to adapt and change through processes called neuroplasticity and neurogenesis. Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections. Neurogenesis is the creation of new neurons. How cool is that? So together, it means that our brains are not fixed. They're always capable of changing and growing. This adaptability is how we create new habits, reshape old ones, and let go of behaviors that no longer serve us. Studies have shown that repeated thoughts and behaviors strengthen certain neural pathways in the brain, which means that the more we practice positive habits or think positive thoughts or practice our affirmations, the more our brain literally rewires itself to support these new ways of being. Isn't that just like incredible? Oh, sorry. This stuff literally just makes me nerd out because, like, how is it not talked about more? Okay, now let's talk about something that many of us unknowingly deal with: limiting beliefs. These are beliefs held deep within the subconscious that prevent us from reaching our true potential. Oftentimes, they're rooted in experiences from childhood, societal conditioning, or even things that we've absorbed from family, friends, or anything in the media. For example, if you grew up believing I'm not good enough or I don't deserve success, these beliefs might still be quietly influencing your decisions without you knowing it. Limiting beliefs can keep us stuck in cycles, making us feel like we're repeating the same mistakes or struggling to move forward. But the best news is that these beliefs are not set in stone. With a little bit of work, you can start to identify these subconscious blocks and rewire them into empowering beliefs that serve you in achieving your goals. This shift in perspective is truly transformative because when you believe in your worthiness and your potential on a subconscious level, you just naturally start taking actions that align with your new belief system. I want to share a little personal story with you because I've been right where you might be now. And I just want to share how rewiring my subconscious mind literally changed my life. So, flashback to the end of 2020. I had been carrying some habits that I'd picked up during my early college years that just were not serving me. I was using alcohol to numb out, avoiding my feelings, and just feeling completely lost. And truthfully, I felt like my mind body was super disconnected. I really struggled with emotional eating, but I honestly didn't even know it at that time. And then COVID happened. And for the first time, I was actually forced to sit with myself. And this was a huge wake up call for me. I realized that I hadn't actually been present with my emotions really ever, especially from my childhood. I decided COVID was the perfect time for me to rewire my subconscious mind. I dove deep, working to replace beliefs like I'm not worthy and I'll never be good enough with new empowering beliefs. And honestly, the transformation was magical. Since then, I've found the love of my life. I stopped emotional eating. I started living in my dream body. I feel more present. And now I'm living in a home that I absolutely adore with my fur baby and the man of my dreams. And guess what? My life reflects the beliefs I consciously choose to plant in my mind. This experience taught me that we really can change our lives by working on our mindset. And that's why I'm so passionate about sharing this message with you. Because if it changed my life, it could potentially change yours too. So now that you know the why and the how of subconscious transformation, it's time for the really exciting part, taking action. So if you're ready to start shaping the life of your dreams, begin by identifying a few beliefs that might be holding you back. Once you know what these beliefs are, you're going to start shifting them into new empowering beliefs. So here's a small exercise to help you get started. This is your homework for the week. Write down one limiting belief that you want to change. And beside it, I want you to write down a new empowering belief that you want to replace it with. Each day for the rest of this week, I want you to repeat this new belief as if it's already true. See it, feel it, and truly believe it. Feel all the feelings that you would be feeling if this were actually happening in real time. Whenever that limiting belief comes up, I want you to really focus on reparenting your mind. Since we know the subconscious mind is only trying to protect you, I want you to say something like, "Thank you for bringing this to my attention, but this is no longer my truth. I am safe in my body and no longer need to eat excessive amounts of food to try to protect it." Remember, this process takes time, but with consistency, your brain will adapt and rewire itself to support this new reality. You'll notice shifts in your thoughts, decisions, and ultimately your entire life. I truly believe that you have the power to create the life of your dreams by harnessing the power of your mind. Rewiring these deeply ingrained beliefs in your subconscious is a journey, but it's one that brings incredible rewards, whether that's health, happiness, success. There, it's endless. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode. I hope today's conversation gets you excited, motivated, and ready to take action towards the life you've always dreamed of for yourself. Remember, this is a process, and I'm here to support you every step of the way. Until next time, I'm sending you so much love and light. Bye.